Hey everybody, Fishman here. Welcome to another video. This is Fishman Log number 81, and I thought I'd start off this week with how I ended up last week, which was trying to use the Diatom filter to completely clean out my pleco breeding aquarium, which it's clean, but plecos seem to produce this fine sediment, and because you have to feed them so much to get them to breed properly, they seem to produce it faster than I can remove it. So I thought I'd try the Diatom filter on and see if I can get it to be completely clear. As you saw on the sticky note there, I have used it 10 times. But it wasn't 10 times all in a row. I was doing it like once a day for about 2 or 3 days, and I realized I wasn't catching up on anything. So then I was in the shop doing a bunch of work, so I did it for 3 or 4 times in one day, and I realized I was getting ahead of it at that point. But, I can't do that all the time, so it eased up for the rest of it. And as you saw at the end, it's reasonably clear. Now, the other thing I wanted to do, seeing I had it out and I was using it, I thought I would stick it on one of my guppy tanks, which are quite clear, and I would just do a time lapse. That was the original plan. So I put it on here, and I turned the camera on and left it go for half an hour, which is you'll see the progress here as this goes along. It does take out quite a bit of material, but unfortunately, even on as fast forward as I can with my current video editing software, it would still have been like an 8 or 9 minute video, and I didn't really want to do all that with this. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to show regular speed, and this is about 2 minutes in. As you can see, the white powder has already now turned green and has removed a fair amount of sediment. And we're going to keep doing this, and I will show you what it looked like by the end. Diatom filters are great for removing things, and I'm really happy I put this one together because it is really useful for a lot of small little spot troubles I get with clients' tanks. I rarely have ever used it in the fish room because it does remove pretty much everything, right down to bacteria. And bacteria, of course, just go straight through it, but any single-celled organisms like ick, free-floating algae like you see here, and of course any kind of silt gets filtered out. But even on a clean aquarium like this one, it will plug in about half hour. You'll see by the end how slow the process gets here. There you go. This is a half hour in, and it's almost completely done. And of course you can clean it out and do it again, but even on an aquarium that is pretty much clear, it doesn't take very long for them to plug up, and that is probably their biggest weakness. And anyway, I thought I would try this out. Again, I was trying to do it as a time lapse, but unfortunately I will have to get better software before I'm going to be able to do that. So here's the tank it was on, and as you can see, it's nice and clean. It's really not much of a difference between before and after. It is, like I said, it removes a lot of very fine material, but not necessarily fine material that your eye would catch. So anyway, I just wanted to do that, just to let you know what it looks like. And while we're at guppies here, you can see these are some of the babies that I moved over, and they're beginning to mature already. And one of the shots is going to be of the pond, and they're definitely maturing in there. So I'm going to need to spread these guys out a lot more. I'm going to put almost all these here into the pond, and then of course also, not so much these guys. These are a lot younger, but this is the second group I had put together, and as you can see, there are already dozens of fry in here, and of course the females look like they're ready to drop again. So there's going to be an awful lot of fry. So here are the original batch I put over here. I put 50 in here. And as you can see, they're maturing already, and the males are beginning to color up. There's going to be an awful lot of guppies, and that's good because it's one of those fish that I can put pretty much everywhere in any of my clients' tanks. So the rest of the video is going to be not about diatom filters and guppies, but some of the other things that are going on. And as you can see, I kind of actually like this potted filter. It actually is doing quite well. And in time, I think it's going to really look nice. And I put one of these into the large U-shaped paludarium as well, and it is also doing really well. So I'll have 2 at least that I can point out to you guys in about 6 months, and we'll see where they're at. And this filtration system here is there's nothing I can say wrong with it. I really like how it works. I like how it looks. And as you can see, the guppies and everything else in this tank appreciate it as well. So it is doing very well. I have not updated this in a little while, mostly because I haven't cleaned the front glass. But I thought I'd show you a little bit of it today. I have decided it's now time, because I set up a few more tanks, to spread these out a little bit. I have two really nice males, which is actually not that one there right in the front, a little bit to the left. But the guy way in the back, he's really colorful. I really like him. And this one here coming up now. These two males I'm going to set up with breeding groups of females, and I want to expand this. I want to expand this quite a bit. I really like the looks of these fish, and they're very hardy, very easy to take care of, and like I said, I'm very happy with them. And this is my centerpiece, which is finally beginning to look like a centerpiece. And like I said, this is looking really nice. It's got the right size leaves. As it gets really big, there might be issues with it, but for the moment, like I said, I'm very happy with how it's looking. And again, I've said this like probably about 10, 12 times now. I really do need to put a lot more Java fern on that back wall. I mean, this one here is just doing phenomenal. I mean, I really like it, but it needs to be more expansive. It needs to be covering more of those branches to cover up the entire back wall. And hopefully over the holidays I'll get to that, which reminds me that my video scheduling may change a little bit because of the holidays. And we'll get to that here in a second. Well, I'll do that right now, actually, because this is actually doing really well. I'm quite happy with it, of course. And as far as videos over the holidays, I think I might... I'll try and keep the same scheduling, because I've been doing quite well at that. But I might try out a few different video styles that they keep suggesting on YouTube. Doing the hashtag shorts, that sort of thing. I was talking to Jack and Dan there, and they seem to think that it actually does really quite well. And Deb Tim also seems to think it's a great thing for bringing in traffic. So I'm going to try those out. So one or two of the videos might be along those lines. I'm not going to be doing any more building until the new year, so that'd be definitely... And of course, one other thing I want to do is also go over some of the DIYs I've done this year, ones I've liked, ones I haven't liked, and that sort of thing to kind of finish up. And I haven't forgotten about doing a live stream. I'll definitely let you know about that, and that'll be coming out soon too. This is the new Vinegar Eel Cultures. I've set up now a dozen of them. They're all fresh and clean. As you can see, they're thriving. So I'm going to definitely be using a lot more of those, and then less microworms for a little while, because I want to do a little more experimentation on them, believe it or not. So we'll see how that all goes. This has been running now for 2 weeks, and I can't really tell that it's been running for 2 weeks. It looks exactly the same as the day I put it in. Nothing wrong with it. Just going to see how it runs. I'm going to let it go for another 4, and then it's going to get its own aquarium. So while you look at this, which is the final shot, I want to ask your opinions on some of the things that you might like to see in my DIYs, best of, worst of, things that you haven't seen in a while. Leave a comment below, definitely, on something that I haven't covered, and I'll try and do that as well. And that's pretty much it. I want to wish everyone a happy holiday season, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that sort of stuff. And definitely thank you very much for a wonderful year. I've enjoyed answering all your comments and getting to know everybody. And like I said, this is the reason why I do this, is to get to know people and share ideas. So thank you very much for all that, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, and bye for now.